to Lumberjack Dynasty 2025. My Lumberjack series, I've been playing this game since it first came out, and it's now 2025. And I've decided to make a new series because I still get a lot of questions about Lumberjack Dynasty and a lot of views from my Lumberjack Dynasty series that I've done. So what we are going to do is start a new game here in 2025 and start from the beginning. We got two characters. We can be a socially skilled, age less, but gets tired easier, faster with building tools. Eats more, but has more stamina. We're a lumberjack. We're gonna look like a lumberjack. So let's go ahead and start. And I bring it back once it's loaded.
Major changes in your life often come unexpected. A week ago, my favorite Aunt Grace called me. As a boy, I used to spend a lot of time on her lumber farm. Now, of course, she and my Uncle Charles have grown old, and they're looking forward to a happy retirement. They decided to sell their dwindling business and need my help to bring it up to shape. I'm only too happy to help them. Besides, I'm beginning to realize how much I miss the peace and quiet of the mountains, the clean air, the stunning views, and the sweat of good old-fashioned hard work. I'll put my city life on hold, turn off my telephone, and return to the bosom of nature, at least for a while.
Okay, guys and gals, we are here to help our aunt and uncle to fix up this place and try to get them to sell it. So let's go ahead and talk to them.
Great to see you. It's been years, but you've grown up so handsome. We've both missed you.
It's nice to see you too. You look great as always, dear Auntie. I'm looking forward to staying with you.
Well, thank you. You'll have our old house all for yourself. We've moved to a smaller house right across the street. It's a lot easier to keep tidy.
I see you want to sell most of your property.
Yes, we're looking for a buyer for the house and the lumber mill. We haven't got the strength anymore, and with no one to help, the buildings are a bit run down.
I'll be only too glad to help you with whatever you need me to do. You realize that, don't you?
Oh, thank you. You're so kind. I'm indeed worried about your uncle. He's too old to be out working in the forest, doing all the heavy lifting himself.
I can imagine. The forest has always been very close to his heart. So how about a little tour?
Follow me. I will show you everything.
Okay, so we'll follow Auntie.
You know, I'm really fond of this place. I've spent most of my life here. Hello? Yes, darling? He just arrived. Oh no, do you need any help? I will ask him. Your uncle has a problem in the forest. Could you please get over there and see what's wrong?
Yes, of course. Where can I find him?
He's in a clearing behind the sawmill. I am sure you'll find him right away. Take our old pickup. It's parked in front of the house.
Will do. See you later.
Okay, so we gotta go help our uncle follow the orange arrow. I miss playing this game. I enjoyed playing this game. I played it when it was in early access all the way to the release. Let me see if the Nope. Can't use. Gotta use keyboard and mouse. So we just gotta follow the orange triangles. There's the lumber mill. It's telling us go this way. Now we gotta turn. Just keep following the orange triangle. Or the orange arrow. Okay. Is there a road here? Yes, there's a road here. Tell you what, there's her uncle. Need to drive to here. Okay. Set the handbrake. And hop out of the car. And now, let's go talk to our uncle.
Hello, lad. Good to see you.
Nice to see you too, dear uncle. Aunt Grace told me you have a problem.
Got stuck in the mud. I used to be better at handling an accelerator. Can you help me?
Sure, no problem. What do you want me to do?
Get on the tractor and try to attach the trailer. Let's see if you could get it out of the water.
Okay. It's been a while since I've driven a tractor. Change camera view, that's what I want. Release the brake. Okay, we're hooked up. And let's go see. Got it out of the mud.
Well done. You have some skill, you know that. But this is just the beginning. Let's see if you remember how to handle a tree this time.
He used to be. They fixed that. He used to be really bow-legged. He's not as bow-legged as he was before.
Now pick up the chainsaw. Still remember what I taught you. Be careful.
Okay. And cut down the tree. Trey, you gotta move the mouse, keep it in the orange. Keep the same chainsaw tip in the orange.
Great technique. You really have grown up strong. Now you need to cut away the branches and cut the trunk into logs. Think you could load the logs onto the trailer? Bring
Yeah.
the vehicles here and give it a try.
Okay. Hold the right mouse button down and then the left mouse button. Okay, now we gotta cut it into logs. And while we're here, I'm going to show you something that will save you some time. Okay, see this? We got 2 more dead trees here, so what we want to do is just go ahead and cut these trees down. And do the same thing we just did to that one tree. Use the sight, just go to the marker. Cut the limbs off. Kind of wish Farming Simulator 25 was like this. Okay, now we're going to cut it into logs. Come on. When I first played this, I think it was either 2018 or 2019. Yeah. Okay, we got one more tree to cut down. See, it has a green trunk. See, the red trunks you can't cut down. The green trunks you can. Same thing with this tree. Let's cut it into section. Cut it down. Get rid of the limbs. Okay. Hold the site. Let's go to where they want you to cut the limbs. There you go. Cut the log. Cut the log. And we got all that taken care of. What the heck? Okay, so what we got to do is follow the arrow. I forget how to get rid of this. Uncle's in the tractor already. Actually, let's go this way. Let's go to the furthest tree first. Enter. And enter. Stack that. We'll pick up all the logs. You only had to pick up 3, but we're picking up all 9. Oh. Come on. Enter. And enter. I gotta get used to this. Okay. I'm gonna pick up all the logs. And the reason why we cut down all 3 trees is it's gonna give you a base. You're gonna have to, well, lumber mill, and we're gonna need trees to cut down, and we can only cut down trees that are on our property, so we have to buy property eventually. But the reason why this way you can cross, you got these logs ready. You get these logs ready for get these logs ready for, okay, yeah, that's better. Okay, now we got all the logs, so we just follow the arrow. And we got, come over to here. And what you want to do is drive the trailer. See these red and white box? That's where you want to drive the trailer to. And get as close as you can. And now what we are going to do is just do the opposite. We're going to unload. Make sure you release the left mouse button when you do this, because if you keep the left mouse button pulled, it won't let, you can't release it. So just make sure you keep the left mouse button released when you're trying to let the logs go. And you just got that, and there we go. Now we just drive to there.
Well done. Thank you, lad. Well, enough for today. Let's just head home.
Okay, we'll head home. I'm gonna take
Thanks
yeah.
again for helping me. You did just fine today.
Well, thank you.
Perhaps you'd like to help us with the farm and lumber mill some more, eh? Or even think about settling down here. Life is good and quiet. I'm sure you'd like it. You don't have to answer right away. Just think about it while you're helping us here for a week or two. And then we'll see if you like living here, alright?
Alright, it sounds like you got an ultimate plan. Sun's setting. It's getting dark. It's getting dark out here. Alright, we've arrived. Okay, let's follow the arrow. Orange arrow.
Hello, boys. Did you sort it out?
Yes, it was a refreshing experience.
If you still feel like it, I will show you around the farm.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I would love to have a look around.
Okay. We've updated the
Healthy
quest.
food
Where's...
has always been important to us. Charlie planted
Oh,
these
yeah.
apple trees many,
Gotta
many
follow
years
her.
ago. They still bear lots of fruit.
Apple tree farm. Guess that's the farm.
I've always dreamed of putting up a hive here, but, well, I never did. It would be really good for the trees and the flowers, and I just love honey. The greenhouse is in pretty good condition. You can buy seeds in the store and you could grow vegetables really fast. This farm could become self-reliant in no time. Now the workshop, your uncle's kingdom. You can refuel and wash every vehicle here. With a few improvements, you should even be able to carry out your own repairs. It hurts me to see the buildings in this awful state. If you are up to it, you might start doing something about it right away. There should be some tools in the workshop. So you found something. Good. Now you can try it out. Do you think you can fix this wall? You are real natural, dear. These repairs will do for now, but of course it doesn't look too pretty, does it? But once you can produce planks in the sawmill, you can restore these walls to their former glory. Only
Oh,
fully
she's
flat
walking
walls
away.
are used for buildings, so if you're in a hurry, you'll have to buy some in the store. And you can repaint these too. I'm sure someone will teach you how to do that. I remember the old days when this barn was full of animals. If you can repair these walls and the roof, you'll be able to keep animals in here again. See if you can climb up and check out the roof. Then you can use scaffolding to carry out the necessary repairs.
Okay. Use the engineering site and okay. F1 is the chainsaw. F2 is okay. Yeah, F keys, not 1, 2, and 3, but F1, 2. Oop. How did I? Okay. F. There we go. Okay, that's fixed.
Come on, I'll show you the house.
Okay, let's go follow her to the house. Where is she? To get rid of that. There we go.
This house needs renovating too, but it should be cozy enough for you as it is. I'm sorry we can't offer you anything better, but at least you'll have a bedroom, a kitchen, and a bathroom. You can cook for yourself and relax in the evenings.
Okay, let's keep following her. Ah, okay. Yeah. It's Aunt Grace and Uncle Charles.
Try to get to know the neighbors. I'm sure they'll help you too. We have fishermen, herbalists, farmers, you name it. Peaceful and friendly people.
There's plenty of work in our lumber mill out there. Make sure to check it out as well. You should be able to get it going again, and who knows, maybe even make it profitable.
And remember, whenever you need anything, you can always come to us. You can be sure I'll have some treat waiting for you. You know you must always eat well and get plenty of sleep to keep up your strength.
See you soon, lad.
Okay. So we get to look around the farm. Seen the apples. Ah, we can pick these apples. That's good. If you hold the right mouse button down, you can see the apples glow in the nighttime. This is actually the best time to pick apples, mainly because you can see them glowing in the dark. You missed that apple. So we'll just go ahead and pick all these apples. My hand's a lot more shakier than it used to be when I first played this game. Pick all these apples. But there's more apples trees around here. But like I said, the best time to pick is at dusk, which is what we're in right now. Because you can, by holding the right mouse button down, the apples kind of glow. Okay. Now you can see, now the green stuff is stuff we can build, but right now you're not worrying about that. Okay, so we're gonna pick all the apples. There's a lot of apples here. So what I'm gonna do is pick all the apples. I'll meet you back at the house when all the apples are picked. There's another set of apple trees right over here. So I'll pick these apples over here. They're on the other side of the barn. And I'll bring you back and get to the house. Back. One of the things, by holding the right mouse button down and looking at a building, it tells you what basically homes of animals, the house, carport, greenhouse, mechanic shop, We got 40 liters of of gas. Lets you know what you can do with that. Okay, so we got the lights. First thing we want to do, let's start at the basement. And while we're down here, might as well fix that door. Okay. Need to open. That's on the outside. Yeah. Let's fix the floor from down here before we go upstairs. The red areas are ones that need to be fixed. There we go. And let's get to the hammer and it will automatically repair. But you got places here, in here. But when you first enter here, just press the enter key and brings up this this menu. You got tools, which is, and tells you what, change the scaffolding to F3. At least you used to be able to. We got food, which is beer and sausages. And we got 91 apples. So what I want to do is transfer all the apples I have. You want a total of 100 apples in your storage for another quest down the line. And we'll go ahead and just move the apples over here. You can see what we got stored here in the pantry. But we want to take all the canned stuff, put that into our inventory, put that into our inventory, put that into our inventory. Okay, so our inventory is tools. I want to change that to F3. Oh, I don't want that. I want move. I forget how to do it. And we got all this. Got the buildings. We can get rid of this. You gotta fix the house up eventually. There's a light switch right there. Turn on the lights. Where's the light switch? Ah, there's the light switch. And turn on those lights. Where's up? Oh, I don't know where the light switch is for here. That's for there. Oh, is this it? No, that's not it. Maybe the bulb's burnt out. I don't know. So we got a living room, a little TV. You got a nice deck out here. You gotta watch your step when you first come out here until you fix it. And got a nice dining room area. Got a nice kitchen. And you got recipes that you can cook from, which you got to learn. We'll go over that. And then we got upstairs. So let's go upstairs. Let's take a look what's upstairs. Turn on the light. Got a bathroom, a shower, and that's an old washing machine. Okay, what do we got in here? Looks like a child's room. No, that's not our bed, and a little desk. Another child's room. A little bit bigger. That's the wardrobe. And there you go. By the way, I forgot to show you, there's one thing downstairs. You would think that this door would go to the basement. It doesn't. What this is the changing room for the master bedroom. So you can change your clothes, what clothes that you do have. So you can change your appearance. You can buy clothes from people and stuff like that. So that's where you change your clothes. And this is the master bedroom. There's the light switch. Got a nice little deck out here. Just kind of watch where you walk, and there's holes all over this place. And this is your bedroom. This is where you will sleep, which we will do here. But there's also an attic. So when you start fixing this house up... Oops, hit the wrong button. Just gonna hit the space bar to jump up. And you got this nice little attic area. And there's stuff to repair in here too. Just remember that when you are repairing the house. Okay, now let's see. We'll go to options, graphics, game. Let's go to game. Current scenario. You can do your settings that you want. Let's do that. Save. No. Resume. Oh yeah, you press the tab key. That brings up this little menu here. And it tells you these are the skills that you learn. Right now you got Lumberjack 1, using the chainsaw, and it tells you picking up and carrying logs. That's Lumberjack 2 and so on. Builder and so on. You got all these skills you got to learn. Right now you're level 1 in trader, level 1 cook, lucky man. It explains all this stuff. You also have here buildings that need to be fixed. Home needs to be fixed, and it says no right now because we haven't fixed it all. You got to completely fix it before you can get a yes in here. And this is actually everything that you must do. Greenhouse, and greenhouse has to be repaired before you can use it. But right now you currently have 5 zucchini. This tells you the seeds that you have. 10 tomatoes, 10 pumpkins, paprika seeds, melons, and so on. It tells you debarking. We have 2,630 kilograms of, or 13% of your bark storage silo is full. Building silo, chip storage, which is sawdust. We have 2,750, 9% of it's full. Fuel in stock, we got 40 liters, and I'll tell you how to increase more. And tells you right now we have no farm. And it gives you the current scenario that you're doing, and you can read it and find out what's going on. And you just press back, you go back to the main and press tab again, and you can see also down here is your condition. Your food is 51, your sleep is 46. You have to sleep at night and you have to eat. You got to keep your strength up and you got to keep your rest up. And if you press this, you forget what buttons it is. I didn't tell you to do that. There we go. We got that set up now at 3. So what you want to do is come over here to the bed. Now, I will warn you, if you sleep this do regular sleep through the night, that's fine. But watch hitting enter here, because you will sleep for a week. And you can lose a lot of money in this game by sleeping through the week if you're waiting for your lumber to process. Sleep through the week. Well, you can do other scenarios. So we're just going to sleep through the day. Okay. And we have woken up. Sun is rising, and we're on day 2. And you saw we got a quest that we have to do. Finish. We have to go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Go, 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 go. Follow the arrow. And it wants us to come over here. And we're starting the next day. There's our Auntie Grace.
Hello, dear. Good to see you.
And now you can talk to her in a menu. Hello, Auntie. How are you?
Auntie. How are you?
I am fine, darling. But you look half starved, dear. Here, I've prepared something for you.
You can ask questions.
Need me to help you with something?
I haven't heard from Lily for quite some time. Could you go over there and see if she's okay? She is a herbalist, so she might be able to teach you a thing or two, too.
Okay. Let's ask her these questions when you first start out.
Of course, sweetheart. What do you want to know?
And then goes to another sub-menu.
That greenhouse. What's it used for?
What uses it? Well, you can grow all kinds of vegetables in it. They grow much quicker than they do outside. You can buy seedlings and seeds in the store to plant them in the greenhouse. If you look after your vegetables, water them well and keep them warm. They will grow quickly. Of course, you can use homegrown vegetables in 2 ways. Cook them or sell them.
Okay, she lied there. There's no store to buy them at. You got to do quests and usually Find My Sheep quests are the main quests that will get you seeds. Main seeds you want to plant is paprika. And I'll explain that later on.
What can you tell me about gardening?
There's a small orchard there already, and the apples are delicious. You could always put up some scarecrows to keep thieving birds away. You can also grow some flowers if you want to. I am sure they would look great on your farm. Talking of flowers, you could make an old dream of mine come true and make your own honey, too. That would be wonderful.
Number 4.
Do you have any cooking tips for me?
Well, most of the things you produce are edible. Apples, vegetables, eggs, honey. You could can most of them and make jams and other preserves. Also, you can buy cookbooks to learn how to make more delicious meals, either for yourself or for sale. With a certain skill, you will learn how to experiment and be creative in your cooking. I am sure these meals will be delicious, too.
Okay, number 5.
Any other advice you can give me?
Well, folks around here are really friendly. So get around and talk to people. You can also ask Charles here. He knows everybody around here and should be able to tell you who could probably use a little help.
Okay.
Gotta go. Look after yourself.
Okay, and now she takes off. But let's...
I'm busy right now.
Oh, she's busy right now. So we gotta talk to Uncle Charles.
Need me to help you with something?
Well, yes, actually. Our pickup, Christine, is left in the forest. She's not worth much, but it would be a shame if somebody stole her. Would you mind driving her back here?
Okay, so they want us to get the pickup. Now we press the tab button, go to food. Go to food, there you go. And we got this food. Nutrition 60. And we've eaten. Now our food's up to 100%. Our sleep's up to 100%. I like using sausages. All you have to do is click on it. So we got to walk all the way to where we left. You hold the left shift key, and you can kind of jog there. What I like doing is just go ahead, open these gates. Yeah, we got this gate over here. I just like opening these gates up. Oop, wrong way. Oh, I forgot about these apples. See what I mean by during the day, it's a little... At night, it's a lot easier to take a look at. I forgot to pick these apples. I completely forgot about these apples. But at nighttime, they're a lot easier to pick up. So I'll tell you what. Let me go ahead and pick these apples, and I'll bring you back as we walk to the car. Got everything picked. So we'll just come over this way. This is the sawmill. You got to repair this before we can use it. And I'm just going to take a shortcut. This is the other part of the mill, and this is the wood dryer. That's the main building, and this is the chipboard factory. We do have a storage area, garage area here. We have a garage for our cars. We got a garage for our equipment that we'll eventually get. And there's our pick 'em up. So we'll just try not to drive in the water or too deep in the water. We'll go back this way. We gotta drive back to our uncle's place. And I take the shortcut through the lumber mill. See, it's for sale. What I like doing is I forgot to open up these gates, so I'm just gonna hop out and open up these gates, hop back into the truck. And let's pull into there, set the brake, because the vehicles will roll from you.
I brought the car like you asked.
Wonderful, thank you. Now that I think about it, you could use the truck more than I do now. Why don't you use her while you're here? She's not much, but I'm sure you'll like her. You should go and see Oliver. Last time we talked, he mentioned something about his barn that needs some repairs. Perhaps you could help him. I actually feel bad about asking you, but you've seen our old house and farm buildings. They're all in really bad condition. Could you bring them back to life? What do you think? Help us old folks. We will share the extra profit, but only after we sell it. I cannot afford to pay you at the moment, but if you help, you will live comfortably while you stay here.
You got two questions. Excuse me. That sounds good. I'll start right on it. I'll sort it out, whatever. Or all that work. Sorry, Uncle. Not this time. This hit number one. because you're going to eventually have
That
to
sounds good. I'll sort that out.
hit
I
number
spotted a
one.
rather
This is start.
strange-looking man down by the river. He hid in the bushes when he saw me. Could you please check on him? I must say I'm a little scared.
Will do. See you later.
Okay. Now, let's go up to
Hello, dear. Good to see you.
Okay, get back to Auntie. Need help with something? I need to ask you something or I got to go.
Gotta go. Look after yourself.
That's the main menu for Auntie. Main menu for
Good to see you, lad.
Uncle.
How are you?
You can say hello.
Hello, Uncle. You all right?
Everything's fine as always. Thank you.
Need me to help you with something?
No, nothing at the moment.
I need to ask you something.
Sure. What do you want to know?
When you ask him that, it will be, how do you get more equipment?
How can I get more equipment?
You could always buy new vehicles if you have cash. But if I were you, I'd go around and talk to people. I'm sure a lot of them have some old equipment they could spare.
Tell me more about the lumber mill.
The lumber mill is what you will need to build up your business. You cut the tree into logs as we did together. Then you transport them to the river so the logs float all the way down to the mill. Once they get there, the woodwork starts. First, the bark is stripped off. Bare logs can be sold as they are, but you don't earn much that way. The bark can be gathered and sold too, but you'll need a trailer for that. If you fix that sawmill next door, you can cut the logs into planks. These are more useful and fetch a better price. After you dry these planks, you could use them to work on buildings yourself. You will save money that you can put to better use for building materials. You could sell chips too, but when the factory is finished, you'll be able to sell chipboards for more than you'd get for the chips. Besides, I always wanted to start making my own furniture, but never got around to it. But that would be something, you know?
Okay.
What about that old workshop?
Well, you could buy fuel in bulk. It's cheaper that way. Then you could refuel your vehicles at the workshop there. Convenient, you know? With some skill, you'll be able to repair, repaint, and who knows, maybe even refurbish vehicles. This needs some skill. But hey, you may just acquire these skills over time, right?
Do you have any advice for me as a mechanic?
Time and skill, my lad. That's what it takes. You know how to repair buildings already, right? I am sure you will quickly learn how to rebuild them too. For rebuilding, you need new materials, but the end result will be worthwhile. You'll see. And on top of that, you'll learn how to repaint buildings for yourself or for other folks. These are very useful skills that will make you a real craftsman.
Okay, now I got to go.
Gotta go. Bye.
Basically, Uncle is, if you got questions about the lumber mill, mechanic stuff, and all that, you forgot as you play the game, you need to refresh yourself to go to Uncle. Auntie tells you about the farm and the planting and the cows and all that. Okay? He said we can go ahead and use that. We need to talk to a stranger. Press M. Okay. New skill learned. Okay, let's press tab again. We have lumber, okay? We have builders, and tells you what you need to do. Mechanic is where you will learn how to do that. And I will go over the mechanic skills. Your skills does not improve by the way you think it does. It actually goes by the number of vehicles that you have that. Trading, you'll learn fishing. One with nature. Lucky man. Cooking. Oops. And I'm trying to remember. Yeah, let's go to controls. You can change your controls to whatever you want. Cameras, lights, engineering, fix, jump, run. I'm trying to remember how. Cancel. Let's see. 3 is... Okay. Oh, map. That's it. You press M for map and brings up the map. These are the maps. And the heads are the things. Here are our quest lists. Place to stay. Repair the buildings. Unfinished tower. Unfinished tower. Okay, and tells you what it is. So, unfinished tower. The tower. There's a tower up there. Oliver is over here. And we got a small secret. We also have Lily, the herbalist, that our aunt wants us to go check on. And all that. So, you can't move the vehicle, press the space bar to release the brake. So what I'm going to do is come over to here. I'm just going to put the brake on, pop out. I'm going to go downstairs to the pantry since I picked up more apples. Okay, let's click on food. I need 9 apples over there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. You want to store 100 apples. There's a quest later on. And when we get into other things, you will need 100 apples to do a quest. So I store 100 apples there. And what you can do with the rest of the apples, because you'll make more money at it, is you come over here to the stove. Go to basic recipes. Apples. Apple jam. We got 49 apples. And you just click on it and we'll cook all 49 apples into apple jam. And if we take a look, we got 49 apples, which we can, apple jam that we can sell. We can sell the beer. We can sell all this. I keep the sausages. That's what I use for food, and you can buy them from certain places. So, I'm going to end the video here. Our job right now is to repair all this, the lumber mill, and get that up and running. And also do the quests that we have here. And I'll go over the map. In our next episode, we're going to do what I call a cooking run. And we're going to go ahead and go over some of the stuff that we want to do. Then we'll start doing the quests. And each episode would be a quest. So what I want to do, our first quest is place to stay. You can do these quests in any way you want. We can start working on this one, but you can do the quest in any way you want to do it. I wonder. Yes. Okay, yeah. You can get rid of these bushes. I like this kind of tidying this place up a little bit. Anything you can cut with a chainsaw, cut it. Get rid of these bushes, start making it look a lot neater. You don't collect blueberries. So, what I'm going to do in this series is to show you how to play the game. We're going to go through certain things throughout the series that will actually help benefit you. The idea of this game is to make money. That's the main goal, is to make money. I just like getting rid of all these bushes. And we'll go over how we will make money in this game. So we got the apple orchard over here, and I missed an apple. I think I missed that apple. I'll show you the difference. I'm glad I did miss that apple. Any of these bushes that you are on your property, eventually we'll get a lawnmower and mow this grass and collect it for hay and stuff like that. But I think that's the majority of the bushes. So in this series, we'll go ahead and just take a look at this game. It actually is... Why is showing that? It should be E. But what I would suggest that you do in the beginning is what I just did. Collect all my apples. Save 100 in your pantry down below. And convert the rest of it to applesauce. Now, I do have one apple, because I'm going to show you the price difference between one apple and price difference between apple jam. But I would go ahead and make 50 apple jams. Apples do regrow. And if you take a look up here, I'm going to say dollars instead of euros. We got $1,250. We got 1,100 social points. It's 9 a.m. It's Wednesday, July the 3rd. And each time you sleep, that's another day. You sleep for 7 days, you sleep for 7 days. So if I go to sleep, it'd be July the 10th when I wake up. You don't want to do that. You want to sleep one day at a time. But it also gives you an idea of what's going on in the game. We're still on chapter 1. Forest trees that we own. Oops, wrong button. Map. All the green is the areas that we own. This is where we cut down the trees. We only own what's in the circle. We don't own, even though we own this, we don't own these trees. But we can cut down these trees that are inside this green area. And you can buy land. And it takes money to buy the forest. And I think you would have to come over here. If you want to buy the land, you can hit enter and buy the land, and it will come up with a price. It will tell you, buy this will cost $5,655. Or I can use my social points, but I need 5,655. Your social points are used to basically whatever the cost is. So if it costs $5,655 to buy, you can use 5,655 and the price will be cut in half. I don't have 5,655 social points. I don't have $2,827. So whatever that goes with vehicle and land, I would buy the land at full price. Don't use your social points. Save your social points for when you want to buy new equipment. more social points you get, because equipment gets more expensive. So it costs $100,000. You have to use 100,000 social points to get it at $50,000. That's the idea. But here you got the beginning of the game, and you got the gist of the game. Our job is to repair the farm and repair the lumber mill and get that up and running as soon as possible. But we also have to learn other skills and do quests along the way to help with the storyline of the game. This is a game about earning money. There's a storyline in this game. If you want, you can follow, and I suggest following it because it makes the game a lot more interesting. And the idea is to produce as much lumber as you can to sell and to not repair, but rebuild the lumber mill, the farm, and also to be able to help out in further quests. You can sell the lumber, and you can. There's also quests that require you to have lumber. You can either buy the lumber or you can produce the lumber. I'd rather produce the lumber than buy the lumber. So our next episode, we'll go over the quest. We'll start the questing. But we will first do a map run in the next episode, and I'll show you their stores. I keep on hitting the wrong button. There's stores, like this is a store right here, next to the unfinished tower. These are scenic spots. Really nothing, but there's a store there, there's a store there, there's a coffee shop there, there's also a coffee shop over there. Lily, which we got to find, and you can find out what your rewards are just by hovering over it. You want to get as many social points as possible. But Lily is also a store, and we'll get into that a little bit. There's a gas station here, there's a coffee shop and a store here, there's a store here, there's a store up here, there's a store here, there's a tractor dealership here, there's a gas station here. This is a furniture factory that you can buy. This is another place you can drop logs. So if I buy this and drop all the logs here, it will eventually make it to my lumber mill. These logs are a place where you can drop off and will go to your lumber mill. Okay. Another scenic area. There's another. Oh yeah, there it is. There's two places to buy equipment on this map, so save you money. So that's it. And if you think you're gonna like this series, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button and bell. That way you know when the latest videos I do in this series come along. Also, do me a favor, hit that like button. Every like pushes this video out a little bit more on YouTube, which helps grow this channel, and I would really appreciate that. And as always, have fun playing your game. Be safe out there in the world, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.